Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a review for the Waxness Olive Oil Soft Wax. So I'm doing this series just so I can try different soft waxes to see which one I like the most, and also so I can put different reviews for different waxes because this brand doesn't have a lot of reviews. So this one, I did buy this one because it says it doesn't leave any sticky residue on it. So I wanted to try that. And it also says it's ideal for short, coarse hair and sensitive skin, creamy natural resin. As you can see, it's a very creamy soft wax and a high density. So I guess it's, what do they call it? I don't know. It's just really creamy, basically. So with this one for the legs, I was kind of struggling a bit because I personally don't do well with creamy waxes. I'm more of the gel-based type of wax girly, but it did pick up the hair. I will say it did pick up the hair, but spreading wise, I was having a bit of a hard time spreading, and it did kind of dry a little fast for some reason, so I had to make sure I rubbed the wax strip a little extra. But other than that, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't stringing too bad like the wax that I usually use, so I will give it that. But it did leave a lot of little like bits, as you can see here, so it was a little messy on that part. This part, I feel like it went a little more smoothly. I think because I did put a little bit of a thinner strip. It did come out a little messy still, but better, I will say. And also, I think what maybe part of my issue is that I use one strip for this whole side. I just kind of reuse it until I get all the wax up. I don't know if people use multiple strips, but I kind of just use one because I don't know. I save strips. I don't know. I'm not used to using soft wax. I'm more trained on hard wax, so I'm trying to try something new. But if that is something that I might have to adjust, then maybe that'll help in the long run as far as making the job easier using soft wax for legs. And then as you can see, I'm still cleaning up the little residues, so it is still a little messy. Don't mind the little spill there. I spilled it on accident. I don't even know how that happened, but yeah, make sure you get them ankles, get the little ankle hairs. This part I did spread it thin too. I don't know if did I add more? No, I didn't add more. But yeah, I'm not too big of a fan of this wax. See, look, I try to take off that part and it didn't come off. I don't know what's wrong with this wax. I don't know if it's me or if it's this wax. But I think part of the reason why that part didn't come up is because it was just dry. And like I rubbed it, but I guess I didn't rub it enough for it to come up. And see this part, yeah, this part is where it kind of got worse because it was drying more. See, and it's just coming off in like little pieces. Ugly, just ugly. Oh my god, what a horrible wax. But it's not me, it's the wax. So I basically use the same technique that I've always used for my soft wax, like for legs, and this is the only time I've really had like a hard time like this. So I think the wax dried too fast. I think it was too messy and too, I don't want to say flaky, but didn't all like come up, and partly because I think it like dried too fast. So I don't think I'll be using this wax anymore. So this is at the bottom of my list for sure. So this is where I stopped using the wax right there. It got stuck. I don't know how, I don't know why, but it got stuck. And after I did this knee with the olive oil soft wax, I just used the Waxness Clear Amethyst for the rest of the leg wax because I didn't want it to get stuck again. So the rest of it went smoothly, but yeah, just that little part that just made me go, I'm not using this wax anymore. So what went wrong? I don't know. I think it partly had to do with the fact that it dried so fast, and I also may have laid it a bit too thick on the knee. But yeah, see, this is the Waxness Clear Amethyst. It does lay a lot thinner, so and it was a little warm because I'm usually able to just use one stick and just lay it, but I had to use a second stick. So I did end up like turning it down a little bit so it can be a little more thick, but not too thick. But for the rest of the wax, I did use the Waxness Clear Amethyst. So I guess this is more of a 2-in-1 video special using two different waxes, I guess different reviews. But for this wax, what I do like about it is that it lays thin, so you don't use a lot of product, and it does pick up a lot of the hairs on the first go. So I really do appreciate that as far as efficiency. However, it is very sticky and it's very stringy. So right when you pull it, for example, if you pull it and then you touch the skin, it feels very sticky, like as if it still has wax on there, but there's no wax on there. So that's one thing I don't like. And also sometimes when you do pull it, it might leave strings. You might see it here, but it'll leave like a long string, and which in turn would make it messy. I do not like messy. I like a nice clean job where I have to do as little cleanup as possible. Don't mind my slip up. I lost grip. But yeah, it got stuck there too. I don't know what's going on here. But I think that part, I just had a little too much wax on the strip, so I just folded it, ripped it, and then boom, kept it. Look. I don't know if you saw that. There's a lot of strings there on that side. And if you're doing something, for example, like on the face, you do not want strings all over their face. I learned that the hard way. So that is why I'm using different waxes to kind of test to see which one I like the best. And I am retiring this one, unfortunately. It worked great for the meantime, but as far as the mess and the stickiness and the stringiness goes, I couldn't do it. But here you can see how I'm able to spread. So as I'm transferring the wax from the pot to the person, the client, I make sure that I just keep twirling my stick so that way it doesn't drip. And then just making sure I lay the stick perpendicular to the skin and just apply pressure so that way I can drive the wax and push the wax a good length, so I'm not using a bunch of sticks and wasting time and all that. But yeah, see, stringy as hell, but better. Unfortunately, this one was better than the olive oil one. But yeah, look at all of those strings. Oh my goodness, it drives me crazy. So yeah, I would say the olive oil one, I'm trying to think what rating I would give it. Should I do out of 10? I'll do out of 10. It does pick up the hairs, I'm not gonna lie, but it just dries too quick for me. I don't like creamy personally, but I don't know if that is a fair judgment, because some people do. But for my personal opinion, I'd give it a 6.5. I'd give it a 6.5. Yeah. Sorry, olive oil waxness. That is going to be it for today's video. I think for next time, if I do a leg wax, it's going to be more of like an instructional how-to. This was more like a review, as far as like my technique and my tips and tricks and whatever I like to do and not do, whatever. But yeah, here I'm just cleaning up the rest because, you know, it's still sticky, unfortunately. But thank you so much for watching. See you in the next one.